Have you ever wanted to help the less fortunate? Do you want to see liberty and justice for all? Do you want to vindicate the rights of the oppressed?
If this is like you may want to consider joining the Peace Corps and not even consider law school.
If you want to get into the Peace Corps, here's your first test. If you think the glass is half empty, forget it. If you think it's half full, you might be the kind of person we're looking for. It all depends on how you look at things.
But for those of you who want to go to law school and you manage to reach and survive,
Graduation day! Woo!
There are several law schools you may want to consider. With notable names such as Harvard, Yale, Stanford, and Columbia, these places have become as synonymous with law schools as bubblegum has with the underside of school desks.
however, there lies a dark and perplexing notion about law schools.
Law schools hate law degrees.
So for anyone with a degree in law and justice, legal studies, criminal justice, criminology, or any of the like, your chances of getting into law school are about as good as a one-night stand with Brooke Shields. And you're more likely to end up working here, here, or here. So how can you improve your chances of getting into law school with that good-for-nothing law degree? Of course you could always try something like...
Thanks, Dean Smith.
But I wouldn't recommend this approach for obvious reasons. If your family is rich, a big check to the school is guaranteed to improve your chances. But for those of you who can't do either, or choose not to do either of these things, here are a few tips. For those of you with a law degree, you just wasted 3 to 4 years of your life and money to reach this point, so congratulations. However, you've made a horrible educational choice if your hopes and dreams were to become a lawyer someday, and all the best to you at Tim Hortons. This being said, your dreams aren't totally squashed, because there's still a chance you'll get in, but they'd more than likely let this guy in. Because in the eyes of the law school, you already know everything there needs to know about law, and, well, you can get the idea what this guy knows.
Spare some change?
So for those of you who chose the right degree in, for example, Master Ranching, Astrobiology, Retail Floristry, Professional Nanny, or Golf and Sports Turf Management, or at least did a double major that included law, you've already put yourself in a better position than the person just holding a law degree, because the school can actually teach you something.
Okay, class, do you have your tools? Yes. All right. Well, this is the way you break into a house.
Before you can even consider law school, you have to take an exam called the LSAT. The LSAT, or the Law School's Admissions Test, basically measures how well you can fill in little circles on a computer sheet, and doesn't really measure how well you do in law school or when you become a lawyer. The LSAT is comprised of 5 sections. The first section, Reading Comprehension, is comprised of 26 to 28 multiple choice questions, and this is a 35-minute section. The second section, Logical Reasoning, has 24 to 26 multiple choice questions in 2 sections, and this must be answered in 2 35-minute sections. The third section, Analytical Reading, has 22 to 24 multiple choice questions, and this is also a 35-minute section. The fourth section, which is an experimental session, has 22 to 28 multiple choice questions, and this is also a 35-minute section. The fifth section, an essay, is one essay that must be written in 35 minutes. The LSAT is scored on a scale of 120 to 180 points. Scoring a pretty high score will improve your chances of acceptance, but some more prestigious schools require a much higher score, such as the University of Toronto, which requires a minimum of 167 on your LSAT. The LSAT is also very biased. Minorities tend not to do as well, and even though law schools teach in several languages, the entire LSAT is in English, which can be frustrating to those who don't understand English.
To jest tak, aha, to tutaj jest i tego, to i tamto. Panie profesorze, ja tego nie rozumiem, co pan profesor chce. To nie jest dla mnie wyraźnie jasne i tego. Ja nie rozumiem z tego. Co to jest?
For those of you that can afford paying out lots of money to ensure you're extra prepared for the LSAT, there are LSAT prep courses available to you for the minimal fee of $1,000 for some courses. The knowledge you'll gain from these courses can help you a lot on your LSAT test, and if you're looking to pass the LSAT on the first time, these courses can be very beneficial. But in terms of cost, you're better off paying the $150 to $200 to write the LSAT 4 or 5 times, rather than taking a $1,000 course.
Studying law. Making a responsible choice for my future. On a Friday night. Being a lawyer had better be awesome.
Studying for the LSAT can be a very difficult time, so it's best not to be distracted by anything.
Oh yeah. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. What about this weekend?
You shouldn't cry over how hard studying is, nor get angry, because it'll get you nowhere.
I don't want to study anymore. I'm sick of it. I've had enough.
Writing the LSAT presents its own set of challenges.
Quiet, ladies and gentlemen, please. The exam will commence in 2 minutes.
On the big day, it's imperative that you come prepared to write your exam. You can never be too overly prepared for this exam. Or can you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you may open the envelopes containing your papers. The exam starts now.
A lot of people blank on the big days, so don't feel too bad, because you probably aren't the only one. Just because you forgot everything doesn't mean you should cheat. But if you must, at least try to be sneaky about it.
Two minutes, ladies and gentlemen. At the end, with those who answer the green calculus papers, please put them in the green box. And those who answer the white trigonometry papers, please put them in the white box. Stop writing, please. I said stop writing. Will you stop writing?
Applying to law school can present another set of challenges. You first must choose which law schools you wish to apply to, and every law school you choose, you have to pay them $50 for your application. The application forms the law schools have you fill out require you not only to provide your GPA and your LSAT score, but also want you to describe your unique abilities and experiences and the ways in which you might add to the rich fabric of the law school. It takes you about 8 hours to fill out these forms. Ensure to include a personal statement in your application to law school, and check over this statement to make sure that you have included the two keywords every law school looks for, endeavor and cognitive. When the law school finally receives your application, it keeps your money, adds up your GPA and your LSAT score, and throws away the rest of the application.
Yay!
After submitting the applications, you will receive several letters in the mail saying, "Congratulations, you're on the hold list for getting on the preliminary waiting list to be considered for admission."
Yay, mail's here! Alright, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Well, maybe next time. Mail's here, mail's here, mail's here, mail's here. Come on, come on, come on. Well, I guess third time's a charm. Alright, come on, mail, come on. Let's go. Come on. Alright, come on, third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. Gonna get me into law school. As if.
Finally, you get your acceptance letter.
Yay, mail here. Mail here. Charming, nice fourth time. Yes! Yeah!
And you are now well on your way into a rewarding career in the legal profession, and all the luxuries that come with it. Just don't forget about one thing.
Hello. It's nice to see you all here. Now, as the more perceptive of you have probably realized by now, this is hell. And I am the devil. Good evening. But you can call me Toby, if you like. We try to keep things informal here, as well as infernal. That's just a little joke of mine. I tell it every time. Now, you're all here for eternity. Ooh, which I hardly need tell you is a heck of a long time. So you'll all get to know each other pretty well by the end. But for now, I'm going to have to split you up into groups. Will you stop screaming? Thank you. Now, murderers. Murderers, over here, please. Thank you. Looters and pillagers over here. Thieves, if you could join them. And lawyers. You're in that lot.
Studying law. Making a responsible choice for my future. On a Friday night. Being a lawyer had better be awesome.